He almost didn't show up that night. Mark Carter had spent the entire afternoon under a rusted Ford pickup, oil streaks on his hands and exhaustion in his bones. His sister had begged him to go, said he needed a break, needed to meet someone new. So he'd showered, borrowed a shirt from his brother-in-law, and found his way to a fancy downtown restaurant he could barely afford. But as soon as he walked in, surrounded by crystal chandeliers and soft piano music, he knew he didn't belong. If you believe true kindness always finds its way back, please tap the like button now and subscribe to support more stories like this. Mark checked his phone again. Table 12, his sister's friend had said. Blind date. Name was supposed to be Lily. He scanned the room and saw a woman sitting alone, elegant, blonde hair falling over her shoulder, wearing a soft blue dress that shimmered under the candlelight. She smiled when their eyes met. Nervous, Mark walked over, clutching the single daisy he'd brought. "Hi, Lily," he asked. She looked surprised for a moment, then her smile deepened. "You must be Mark." He nodded, relief flooding him. They talked, awkwardly at first, then with surprising ease. She was warm, curious, and kind. Mark told her about his small-town garage, about fixing cars for people who couldn't always pay. She listened, really listened, like no one had in a long time. An hour passed in laughter. Mark couldn't remember the last time he'd felt this comfortable. But as the waiter brought the check, another woman walked up to their table. "Excuse me," she said, confusion in her voice. "I think you're in my seat." Mark froze. The blonde woman blinked. "Wait, are you?" The truth unraveled fast. He'd sat at the wrong table. This woman, her name was Claire, wasn't his blind date. His actual date, Lily, had apparently left after waiting 20 minutes. Embarrassed, Mark stood to leave, apologizing over and over. But Claire stopped him. "Sit down," she said softly. "You're already here. Dinner's better with company anyway." So he did. They talked for hours more. Claire wasn't just kind, she was sharp, witty, and humble. But there was something she didn't mention, something in the way the staff seemed to treat her with unusual deference. Only when her driver came to pick her up did Mark realize, Claire was the CEO of a major automotive company headquartered downtown. He stared at the sleek black car waiting outside. "Guess I really did sit at the wrong table," he said, half laughing. She smiled. "Maybe the right one, actually." They parted with a handshake, and that was that, or so Mark thought. 2 weeks later, his small repair shop burned down. An electrical fault. Insurance barely covered the damages. Mark was crushed. It was everything he'd built since high school. He spent his days helping neighbors fix their cars for free, too stubborn to quit, too proud to ask for help. One evening, a delivery truck stopped outside his burned shop. A man in a suit stepped out, holding an envelope. "From Ms. Claire Davenport," he said. Inside was a letter. "Mark. I never forgot that night. I don't believe in accidents, only in people who show us who they are when no one's watching. You told me about fixing cars for those who couldn't pay. Maybe it's time someone helped you for a change." Attached was a business proposal. Claire wanted to partner with him, to open a chain of community repair centers across small towns, offering affordable services and job training to struggling mechanics. Mark stared at the letter, disbelief melting into tears. He called her the next day. "Why me?" he asked. "Because kindness," she said simply, "should never go unnoticed." A year later, Carter and Davenport Community Auto opened its 5th branch. Each one employed local workers, offered free repairs for veterans and single mothers, and trained young mechanics. Mark still wore oil-stained gloves, still fixed engines with quiet pride. But now, every wrench turn carried a memory of one dinner, one mistake that turned into a miracle. At the ribbon-cutting ceremony, reporters asked Claire how it all began. She smiled and said, "He sat at the wrong table, but brought the right heart." Life has a strange way of leading us exactly where we're meant to be. Sometimes the moments that feel like accidents are really destiny in disguise. If this story touched your heart, please take a moment to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs a reminder that kindness can change everything. We'd love to hear your story. What is the most memorable act of unexpected kindness you have witnessed or received? Share it in the comments below. Because somewhere, right now, someone's sitting at the wrong table, and about to meet their miracle.